Welcome to the world of Delonghi, where you're about to enter a whole new coffee experience. You'll discover why good coffee is a way of life in Italy, and espresso, thanks to Delonghi, you can now make it easily at home. With proper use and a little care, you can enjoy delicious espresso or cappuccino coffee in minutes. Before you start to use your machine, there are a few things you need to know. Read the instruction booklet and follow the safety guidelines, just as you would when using any other electrical appliance for the first time. Before using your coffee machine, wash the accessories using warm water and a little detergent and give them a good rinse. Filling the water tank. Remove the water tank, rinse it and fill it with fresh water without exceeding the max line. When removing the tank, the milk frother must always be positioned towards the center of the machine, otherwise the tank cannot be removed. Replace the tank, pushing it all the way in. Filling the container with coffee beans. Open the lid on the coffee bean container. Fill the container with coffee beans. Close the lid. Using the coffee maker for the first time. Check that the water tank is full and that power cable is plugged into the power outlet. Move the milk frother towards the outside and place a cup underneath. Then turn the machine on by pressing the on-off button. Immediately after, within a maximum of 30 seconds, turn the steam knob counterclockwise until it stops. It is normal for the machine to make some noise. After a few seconds, a little water will come out of the milk frother. When there is around 30 cc's in the cup, turn the steam knob half a turn clockwise until it stops, so as to stop the water coming out. Wait for the coffee temperature OK lights to stop flashing and turn on steady. A few moments before the lights stop flashing, the machine automatically performs a rinse cycle. A little hot water will come out of the delivery spouts and be collected in the drip tray underneath. At this point, the machine is ready for use. Preparing the coffee using coffee beans. Adjust the right-hand knob to set the desired taste of the coffee. Turning the knob clockwise increases the quantity of coffee beans that the machine will grind, and thus makes the taste of the coffee stronger. When using the machine for the first time, the correct position of the knob can be found by trial and error. Adjust the left-hand knob to set the quantity of coffee required. Turning the knob clockwise makes a longer coffee. When using the machine for the first time, the correct position of the knob can be found by trial and error. Place 1 cup under the spouts to make 1 coffee, or 2 cups for 2 coffees. For a creamy coffee, lower the spouts to bring them as close to the cups as possible. Press the 1 cup button to make 1 cup of coffee, or the 2 cup button to make 2 coffees. At this point, the machine grinds the beans, runs a short pre-infusion cycle, pauses, and then completes the delivery. Once the desired quantity has been reached, the machine automatically stops delivering the coffee and discharges the grounds into the special container. After a few seconds, when both the green coffee temperature OK and indicator lights come on again, another coffee can be made. The machine counts the number of cups of coffee made. Each 14 single cups or 7 double cups, the light switches on steady, warning the user that the grounds container is full and must be emptied and cleaned. To clean the container, open the service door on the front by pulling the handle. The light will flash. Remove the drip tray, empty and clean. Adjusting the coffee grinder. The coffee grinder must not be adjusted, at least initially, as it has already been preset in the factory for the correct delivery of the coffee. Nonetheless, after having made the first coffees, if delivery is too fast or too slow, in drops, the grinding coarseness must be adjusted using the knob located inside the bean container. Turning one click clockwise achieves faster delivery of the coffee without drops. Turning one click counterclockwise achieves slower delivery and makes the coffee creamier in appearance. These adjustments will only be evident after the delivery of at least 2 cups of coffee. The grinding coarseness adjustment knob must only be turned when the coffee grinder is on. Preparing espresso coffee with ground coffee instead of beans. Press the ground coffee button to select the ground coffee function. The light inside the button switches on to indicate that the function has been selected and the coffee grinder has been disabled. Lift the lid in the center, insert the pre-ground coffee measure in the funnel and proceed. You can make just 1 coffee at a time by pressing the 1 cup button. Once the coffee has been delivered, to make coffee using the beans again, deactivate the ground coffee function by pressing the button. The light goes off and the coffee grinder is enabled for operation. Hot water delivery. Turn the milk frother towards the outside of the machine. Position a container underneath the milk frother. Press the hot water button. The hot water light comes on to indicate that the function has been selected. Turn the steam knob half a turn counterclockwise until it stops. Hot water will come out of the milk frother and start to fill the container underneath. To stop the flow of hot water, turn the knob all the way clockwise and return the milk frother to the original position towards the center of the machine. Preparing cappuccinos using steam. Move the cappuccino maker outwards. Place an empty recipient under the cappuccino maker. Turn the steam knob a half turn counterclockwise as far as it will go. The steam indicator light flashes. Run off the steam mixed with water for a few seconds until only steam is given off. Then interrupt steam delivery by rotating the knob clockwise as far as it will go. Empty the recipient, then fill it with about 100 grams of milk for each cappuccino to be prepared. In choosing the size of the recipient, bear in mind that the milk increases in volume by 2 or 3 times. Dip the cappuccino maker into the recipient containing the milk, taking care not to immerse the raised line on the cappuccino maker. Turn the steam knob a half turn counterclockwise as far as it will go. Steam is discharged from the cappuccino maker, giving the milk a creamy, frothy appearance. To obtain a creamier froth, dip the cappuccino maker into the milk and rotate the container with slow movements from the bottom upwards. Once the desired temperature has been reached, stop the steam by turning the steam knob clockwise until it stops. Prepare the coffee as described above, using large enough cups. Then fill with the frothed milk prepared previously. The cappuccino is ready. The milk frother must always be cleaned after use. Proceed as follows. Release a little steam for a few seconds by turning the steam knob counterclockwise until it stops. With this operation, the steam spout discharges any milk that may be left inside. Turn the knob clockwise as far as it will go. With one hand, hold the cappuccino tube firm, and with the other, unscrew the cappuccino maker itself by rotating clockwise and extracting downwards. Remove the steam nozzle from the delivery spout by pulling it downwards. Carefully wash the milk frother and the steam nozzle in warm water. Check that the 2 holes are not clogged. If necessary, clean them using a needle or pin. Replace the steam nozzle by inserting it and vigorously turning it upwards into the steam spout. Replace the milk frother by pushing it upwards and turn it counterclockwise. Cleaning the coffee maker. Clean the grounds container whenever the grounds container light comes on steady. The water tank should be cleaned regularly. The drip tray is fitted with a level indicator, red, showing the level of water inside. When the indicator starts to become visible, a few millimeters under the drip tray must be emptied and cleaned. Cleaning the infuser. The infuser must be cleaned regularly to prevent it from filling with coffee deposits. To clean it, proceed as follows. Turn the machine off by pressing the on-off button and wait for all the indicator lights to go off. Open the service door. Remove the drip tray and the grounds container and clean them. Press the two red release buttons on the infuser sideways and towards the center and pull it out. Wash the infuser under running water without using detergents. Replace the infuser by sliding it onto the supports and the pin at the bottom. Then push the push symbol fully in until hearing the click. Descaling. Due to the continuous heating of the water used to make the coffee, over time it is normal for the tubing inside the machine to fill with limescale. When the scale alarm light starts flashing, it is time to descale the machine. Proceed as follows. Empty the tank and pour in the contents of one bottle, 125 milliliters, of descaler, plus 1 liter of water. Place a container with a minimum capacity of 1.5 liters under the milk frother. Turn the machine on by pressing the on-off button. Wait for the green coffee temperature OK indicator lights to come on steady. Press and hold the rinse and descaling button for at least 5 seconds. The light inside the button switches on to indicate the start of the descaling program. The 1 and 2 cups lights remains off to indicate that it is not possible to make coffee. Turn the steam knob half a turn counterclockwise. The descaling solution will come out of the milk frother and start to fill the container underneath. The descaling program automatically performs a series of deliveries and pauses so as to remove the limescale deposits from inside the coffee maker. After around 30 minutes, when the water tank light comes on, turn the steam knob half a turn clockwise until it stops. The machine must be rinsed so as to eliminate the residues of descaling solution from inside the machine. Proceed as follows. Remove the water tank, rinse it and fill it with clean water. Reposition the tank. Empty the collection container located under the milk frother that is full of liquid, and then replace it under the milk frother. Turn the steam knob half a turn counterclockwise. Hot water will come out of the milk frother and fill the container underneath. When the tank is empty, the scale alarm light goes off and the water tank light comes on. Turn the steam knob all the way clockwise and fill the water tank with clean water again. The program of descaling is now terminated and the machine is ready to make coffee again. Setting the water hardness. The scale alarm light switches on after a preset period of operation, set in the factory, considering the maximum quantity of limescale that may be contained in the mains water. If necessary, this period of operation can be extended, thus making the descaling operation less frequent, by programming the machine based on the actual lime content in the water used. Proceed as follows. After having removed the total hardness test strip from its packaging, dip it fully in the water for a few seconds. Then pull it out and wait around 30 seconds until it changes colour and a number of red dots are formed. Check that the machine is off. All the indicator lights are off. Press the rinse button and hold it for at least 5 seconds. The 4 lights come on. Press the ground coffee button repeatedly until the number of lights that are on coincides with the number of red squares on the test strip. Press the rinse and descaling button to save the data. The coffee maker is now programmed to provide the descaling warning when necessary.